Hello, thank you for clicking on this video and welcome to Bulgarian Mama's Cooking YouTube channel. In today's episode, I will share with you a personal recipe for homemade fix jam with less than usual sugar. Are you interested in cooking videos? If so, then please support my channel by hitting the subscribe button. Do not forget to turn the bell on and let's get started. Now in this video, I'm going to be using 2 pounds of fresh figs. First of all, I'm going to wash and clean them. Now, I will peel the figs. This is not a necessary thing to do. If you prefer, you can leave the skin on, but I personally want to peel them. And there are 2 ways. You can peel them by hand or you can just use a regular peeler. Next, I'm going to be covering the figs with 1 cup of granulated sugar, or that's about 200 grams. Then, I'll saran wrap them and move them to a fridge for overnight. And now all of a sudden it's the next morning and I'm going to have to start cooking this jam. I will prepare a cooking pan that is, appropriate for making a jam, meaning it's a little bit deeper than usual, and I will move the figs into that pan. And then I'm gonna add half of a cup of granulated sugar, that's about 100 grams. I'll stir well and then I'll bring this to boil and I'll let it boil for 10 to 15 minutes. So 10-15 minutes after boiling, the figs are gonna be on the softened side, so I will grab a potato masher and I'm gonna start mashing them. After, I will cover with lid and let them cook for another 10 to 15 minutes on low to medium heat. Now it is important that the heat here is low to medium because you do not want to burn the jam. Next, I'm going to add a splash of vanilla flavor. Now this is totally optional. I did this with my raspberry jam and the results were great. And then I'm going to stir everything and let it cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. And while the jam is cooking, I'm going to squeeze 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. You will see that many recipes require you to use citric acid in order to preserve the jam. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna use fresh lemon juice and then I'm gonna stir very well and let the jam cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. And then I will be stirring occasionally to make sure that the jam does not stick to the bottom of the pan. And then when the jam is ready, I will let it cool down for 10 to 15 minutes and then I will move it to washed and dried jars. And then I'm gonna try to close the lids as well as I can. I'll move the jars to a boiling pan. I'll cover them with water and bring them to boil. I'll let the jars boil for about 15 minutes and I'm doing this to make sure that the lids are very well closed and as well as for sterilization. Now there are many options that you can sterilize the jars. You can do that before you adding the jam, but this one just works the best for me. And before you take the jars out, make sure that the water is a little bit cooled down and you're using tongs or appropriated gloves. And that was it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.